So we can put these as bloopers.
Oh, okay. Are we on now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Come a little.
All right.
Because
All
this
right.
is a more zoomed
Be
up.
careful of what you believe.
Yeah.
All right. Now, wait a minute. What's that all about?
Yeah, basically, if something is not in your belief system, it won't work. The possibility will be there, but you cannot see it.
Oh my
because
gosh.
you don't believe in it. So be very careful of what you believe
Okay.
and what things you buy to put into your belief system.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm buying stuff all the time. Wait a minute. No, I'm serious. What do you mean, what do I buy? What did you mean? What are you talking about?
The world tells you a lot of things.
Yeah.
Cultural beliefs, religious beliefs. This is true. That is true.
I'm buying
do this,
stuff.
do that. So you
All
are
the
buying
time.
those belief
Yeah.
systems, and you are.
And I'm paying a price.
You are paying a price.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So I think the best thing to do when we can tune into ourselves,
Yeah.
then we create our own belief systems.
Exactly.
And that is what we came here for, to express and experience our own soul signature through the context of others.
Can I say this? On this couch, why do you look like you look better than me?
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious.
No, you look
I don't want the
beautiful. You're
close up.
so
I just want you
beautiful.
stopping here. You got the, and I've got the,
No.
and then here we go.
You have such a pretty face, you have such a cute face. I don't know if you've ever appreciated that about yourself.
You know what? I need you to talk to me a little bit more about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I need to start. Am I resisting?
No,
What am I
I'm
doing?
sure like people have that. Everybody has a body, a physical structure that
Yeah.
is made for them. So I think you are very beautiful, and
Oh,
your
thank
face,
you.
you have such a beautiful smile, and you are so expressive. Have you ever seen yourself in the mirror when you talk? Do you know how many people lack expressing in their face when they talk? Like, it is so
I
rare.
do.
It
You know
is
what? You're so true.
rare to
People-
find people
People tell
they
me that all the
express
time.
with their face.
Right, but
So
I
you
do it
speak
too
with
much.
your face.
I do it too much. So I do it too much. It's like I let
There is
people know,
nothing-
like sometimes when I see something I don't like, I go like this.
That's
People are like, don't do that.
yeah, because they don't express. They cannot. They cannot accept you expressing because
I
that's
wear
the thing.
my
what you
emotions on my
reject
face.
about yourself, you reject about others too.
Well, how do I fix that though? Because
Why
sometimes.
do you want to fix it? It's a
Well,
gift.
Okay.
Don't.
Oh well.
Don't.
Yes.
I have a TEDx talk
Right.
where it says the perception of beauty across cultures.
Mhm.
So it talks about women's beauty in different cultures. So just a little bit from that, when I grew up, I
Yeah.
thought I was ugly. I was a
You
teenager,
heard
I
that?
was fat, I had a face full of pimples, I was short, and in my country, when you are short, you are not beautiful.
Really?
So I grew up all my teenage years thinking I was ugly.
Mm.
Until I left India, I went to Singapore and I saw, oh wow, these small, demure, petite, Chinese framed women
Right.
are the beauty standard in this culture. I was still in a place of self-rejection.
Right.
So I still felt like out of place, not beautiful and that. And then I went back to the mirror because I remember when I was a kid, when I was 3 years old, I used to drag this heavy chair from the dining room of my house and place it in front of the sink.
Right.
Because the mirror above the sink was too
Oh.
high for me to reach.
I remember the mirror above the sink.
And I used to switch on the light, stand on top of this chair,
Yeah.
and stare at myself in the mirror for hours.
Oh really?
I thought I was the most beautiful creature on this earth and that there was nobody more beautiful or magnificent than me. I was
How
3.
old were you?
I was
3?
3.
Wow.
So why I'm telling you this is because at the age of 3, what do I know about beauty or beauty standards of the world? What I saw in my eyes
Right.
was divinity reflected back to me.
Mm.
But as I grew up into the belief systems of the world, what is accepted, what is not accepted, all the bullshit that society tells
Yeah.
I thought I was ugly. And all the boys' attention were on the other girls, the tall girls, the fair girls, and I yearned for their attention. And I never got it. So I didn't flirt with boys. I excelled in my academics.
Right.
Then I got the scholarship. I went to Singapore. I didn't feel beautiful there. I left Singapore. I went to Africa. And then I saw these big African voluptuous women that are celebrated for their bodies. Like nobody makes an African woman feel that her body is not good enough. If she is small, if she is big, if she is fat, her curves contribute to her beauty.
Right.
You know, when I was in Africa, I would eat the African food and I had put on quite a bit of tummy.
Yeah, that can happen.
And the men there told me it was another curve in my body.
Oh,
so beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah, well, curves are, as an African-American woman, let me just add to that. You know, this is in the States as well. You know, I mean, everybody kind of wants to get curves.
Mm-hmm.
We see people pay for curves.
Right.
And then you see some
and
people.
And you have it abundance and naturally.
Well, yeah, but when it's too much of an abundance, we're trying to figure out how to get rid of the curves. Now, let me just share this. When I was younger, my issue was I was too dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to not be so dark. I also was too skinny. I thought I was too small, and you can see that change over time. However, I realized that when I realized I was beautiful, attractive, or cute, however you want to call it, was, you know, I never had an issue with boys thinking I was pretty. But I didn't believe it. So I was trying to figure out why I was getting attention still. Right. Because I was too skinny and I was too dark. But for some reason, I mean, I'm talking from elementary school for all my life, I had never had that problem getting attention.
Right.
And from boys, and they thought I was pretty, or you know, they wanted to date me. I never had that problem. But I did have a problem wondering why. You know, I did.
I just didn't believe in your own beauty.
I didn't believe in my own beauty, and of course, times have changed. We're now, you know, everybody wants to have a voluptuous body.
Right. Right. And people pay, like I know women in Latin America, they actually go under the knife to have more of what you have, you know. So why would you ever think that you need to change it? You know, for me, things also turned around when I went to Africa, and I actually started to believe that I was also beautiful, because women of all colors, all sizes, all shapes were worshipped there. And since then, the attention started pouring in, and it hasn't stopped till date, you know, and so much attention that most of it was unwanted anyways. Right. You know?
Well, I think part of the health and wellness is accepting who you are, as long as you're healthy. Mm-hmm. Part of health, I think, and wellness is being happy with yourself.
And not resisting your body. You know, that's when the fats melt away. That's when the magic happens. When you keep thinking, I need to reduce this, I need to reduce that, it never works. Diets never work. Exercising doesn't work. But when you are in complete acceptance of who you are, you know, now I think my height is my biggest beauty, because, you know, I feel like, you know, people perceive me as this small girl who is so cute, and, you know, and at the same time, tall girls have their own beauty, you know. So, see, if we wouldn't have short and tall and fat and thin, we wouldn't have variety. The world would be such a boring place. And variety is the spice of life. So you contribute to that variety. I contribute to that variety. And we are exotic. We are unique in our own ways.
Oh my goodness, how many young girls need to hear this? Young girls, listen. Be happy in your own skin. Be happy in your own body. Embrace who you are. That does not mean you cannot improve. I mean, we're all in a state of improvement, but don't improve based on someone else's idea of you.
Exactly. That is what
Boom!
You said. You know,
why not moment? Boom!
You know, I always say this to people. I say, if you don't find acceptance in your own culture about how you look, all you have to do is speak outside of your culture, and you will find acceptance.
So in other words, get out of where you are.
Yeah.
Don't stay stuck where you are.
Yeah.
Somebody
don't be
else.
in the well. You know, the frog in the well, who thinks that the well is all there is. You know, because the frog has never seen the ocean. Awesome. So
That is so awesome. There's a bigger world out there.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you will definitely find acceptance for who you are once you accept yourself.
That's
and
true.
It happened like once. I remember when I returned from Africa, I went back to India. I had become very dark, and Indians are obsessed with fairness as beauty. Like you said, you thought you were dark.
Same here.
I never thought like in Africa I was fair. So I never put, sunscreen or this, that. And I used to every weekend go to the beach with my other friends who would actually go there to tan. And they were Americans. And I would sit in the beach with them. I would also tan. So then I became really dark,
Wow.
And I went back to India.
I can tan too, people, believe it. I've been to Hawaii.
And I was attending this festival, Indian festival. It was called Diwali. And I was wearing this beautiful white sari. And white again made me look even darker.
Yeah, exactly.
The contrast. So I went to Diwali, and there was this man who was like my dad's age. He came up to me and he said, "You look great in that sari, but if only you had your dad's fair color, you would have looked so much more beautiful."
You're kidding. He said that.
He said that to me, and I never forgot that ungracious comment from the man.
Yes.
And at the time, I was young and naive, so I just gulped it down, and I felt miserable about myself. But today, I'm not like that, and I have the courage to retaliate, and to speak back. And I realized, when I was in Europe, when I was in Latin America, Latin women are so beautiful, but I am especially exotic there because of my dark skin.
Right.
Here in America, everybody wants my color. Everybody wants your
They
color.
do.
And there.
And the lips.
And
the eyes. And the butt. And the everything. Oh my gosh, they do.
And something else, like darker skin.
Right.
Doesn't wrinkle.
Yeah, I know. I'm 50, you guys. 5.
No way.
Yes, this year.
No freaking way.
Yes.
You don't look anything above 40, early 40s.
Can you follow me everywhere I go?
I wouldn't say that you are 50.
I'm 50.
Your face is so childlike.
A round face.
You look so cute.
Thank
and you
you.
don't have a single line on your face.
50.
At 50, and here, I don't want to say anything bad about any skin color, but this obsession with light skin is kind of stupid.
Well, it is stupid.
Light skin has its own disadvantages.
It does.
Light-skinned people go to the beach to get dark, and dark-skinned people put all these fairness creams to be light.
And you know what? And let me just share this. I think it happens in every single culture.
It's like the grass is always greener on the other side. We can never appreciate what we have.
I'm telling you.
Stupidity at its height.
And in my travels, I have found that this same conversation is still going on. It's still going on in Asia. It's still going on in Mexico. I mean, they have black Mexicans who are look different than lighter, fair-skinned Mexicans.
Yeah, in Philippines, they actually sell these makeup products that actually make you white.
Yeah, they sell it here too.
And that is so bad for you because those products have an excess amount of a chemical.
Correct.
I forgot the name of that chemical because
is it iron and something? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not iron. It might be lead or mercury.
Oh my gosh, we're putting that in our skin.
Yes, and those chemicals actually cause cancer, and they have been banned. Like, you are not allowed to use those chemicals in any makeup products because they are venomous for your skin.
But they can be sold.
But they are making these chemicals, of course, counterfeit makeup products. They make it and they sell it, and girls buy it because in that moment they want to look white and they want to be accepted. It's so crazy. I just don't understand why people would go to those extents. And in Latin America, in South America, it's worse. A girl at the age of 15 goes under the knife, like quinceañera, their birthday parties, their parents give them a gift, and the gift is a boob job.
Oh my gosh, or a nose job or something.
Kids.
I know, and they're kids.
And that is the beauty standard.
And
it's so sad.
They're getting younger and younger, and because of, and I'm not against the internet, social media, but if you're not whole in who you are, and I hope everybody watching can get the essence of this, that be happy with who you are. There's nobody else on the earth like you.
Exactly.
Nobody.
You are unique.
It's just you. It's just you. There's nobody, there's not another Baisakhi anywhere.
Yeah. And
It
there's
is-
not another Jacqueline.
No, anywhere. I mean, even if someone has my same name, no one, there is nobody like me anywhere. Now, being your best self begins with embracing yourself.
All of you. Not just parts of you.
Every bit of you. Absolutely. And I think when we can get to that, because that part is still obviously not accepted. Right now, people want to be somebody else. And you talked about misalignment earlier. I mean, there's no worse way to be misaligned than to not accept who you are.
Exactly. And people go to such extremes. Like, what makes me laugh? These Hispanic Latin American women, they will dye their hair blonde. And then,
it happens in my culture
and
too.
And then they look so bad because their skin, they look so much older than what they are.
Well, their hair also becomes really, really,
and I'm like,
chemicals.
okay, once in a while you can do it as a fashion, but having an entire makeover because they are trying so hard to look like North Americans.
Well,
like
to be somebody else.
To be someone they are not.
Right.
And it
so
work.
I think it's important to say, we're not saying be somebody different or not, or it's not okay to use makeup and all those things.
Yeah.
I love makeup. Let me tell you, I love it.
Yeah,
makeup.
me too.
I got lots of makeup. Lots of makeup. But I'm not wearing them all at the same time. But I got lots of makeup. And I believe in emphasizing, my beauty. But I think when I became 50 is when another light came off. It was another why not moment for myself. And the why not moment for myself at 50 was emphasize your beauty.
Yeah.
Emphasize your full lips.
Yeah.
Emphasize your, my dark skin, I look at my skin now and what I see is bronze and cocoa and chocolate. Ooh, and my delicious. God, my favorite chocolate is dark chocolate. I love chocolate.
I love chocolate too.
And I'm not against the white chocolate folks. Your white chocolate folks, you're sweet too. It's sweet. It's a different kind of sweet, but it's sweet. Yeah. And if you're white chocolate, emphasize your white chocolate.
Yeah, exactly.
Emphasize your light skin. We talk about, I've been kind of dark skin all my life, so that's all I know. But there's individuals who are light skin who also want to be dark skinned. Nobody talks about that.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that dark skinned people wants to be light skinned people want to be dark.
Right.
I'm like, come on, give me a break. Why?
But that's changing the mosaic, as you mentioned. There's a mosaic of this world. You are who you are. Find out how to be the best that you are. Are you going to Oprah Winfrey's vision tour next year? She's having, I have to give a plug to that. Starting February 29th, she's doing she's having and hosting the Oprah Winfrey 2020 vision tour. We're going in 2020. That is a time of real focus.
Where is that, in LA?
All around. No, just going to start. There's one in Los Angeles and then all around the country. Yes, I am.
Wow,
I am
going to meet her.
Oh my God, say that again.
You're going to meet her.
Woo! You just spoke it into existence.
So it will happen.
It will happen, and I will tell you. You'll be the first to know.
Yeah, I would love to.
I had an opportunity to meet her already once, but I want to be a part of this vision 2022.
Right.
And I think there's something when you speak it, when you believe it, and, by any means necessary, it's going to happen because this is a year of vision. I mean, you just spoke about this vision of who we are. And, your work, again, I'm just so impressed with the work you do because it is so deep. It is so deep. Yeah. We all need to hear this on a regular basis. I think we should even go to the lengths of speaking these affirmations out loud. Every morning. I am wealthy. I am beautiful. I am unique. I am intelligent. I am worthy. Those affirmations are real. They have power. I even think that it has energy. And if we could see energy, we would probably be amazed.
Right.
Yeah. But like you said, this from the practical into the invisible. I mean, that energy is invisible, but it is yet real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, now you're an expert on this.
Yeah,
Can you back up what I'm saying?
Yes. So when you
With
tell
some real
yourself,
research?
I am this, I am that, it's great. But you should also believe it. Because while affirmations work on one hand, on the other hand, it can also put you on a place of self-rejection if you don't believe what you're saying to yourself. And after some time, you're like, yeah, right.
If you don't see any manifestations.
Exactly.
Right.
So sometimes that way affirmations can be counterintuitive.
And
Even though that
counteractive.
I am that I am statement is very powerful, but all of you should go with it. It should not be just your words saying it. Like you said, embracing yourself. So when I put all of me in that, and then I say to myself, I deserve, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am creative, I am this, that's when it works.
So you got to layer that and lace that with
you have
belief.
To back it up with your own belief, and you have to start believing it. Like I said, when I went back to the mirror and I would stare at the mirror, you know, in an adult life, I started telling myself the same thing I used to tell myself when I was 3, like, oh, this is the beauty, this is how God created me, and this is divinity that I see reflected back to me, and this is so beautiful, it takes my own breath away. And I said that to myself, and it totally transformed my external appearance. I used to be fat, I used to be, have all these pimples, and it just all melted away within such a short time, but that it's unbelievable how it all manifests. But it was more like, I did that. Go back to the mirror. And admire yourself. Instead of finding faults, you say, whoa, I have a nice face, or I have a nice cut. I remember I used to look at the mirror, my side profile, and I thought my side profile was not that attractive, but I would keep looking until I fell in love with it.
That's another one. That's another one, everybody. Keep looking. Go back to the mirror.
And then actually my side profile became so attractive. I was like, oh, I actually look good with this.
So I just thought about something. So when you go back to the mirror after a certain, things could change. Things could change.
That's how, see, your face is
We're changing all the time, aren't we?
Your
We're growing
face
all the time.
Is not ever the same, because you have billions, trillions of cells in your bodies, and cells have lifetimes. You get a new body every 1 year or so, or every few months.
Really?
Because every cell in your body dies and new cells come there. The reason we have diseases and we continue all these is because we continue the bad programming, we continue the bad habits, and even when new cells come, they become diseased. But if you understand that we all get a new body in this periodic time, because like brain cells have a lifespan, heart cells have a lifespan, every cell in the body have a lifetime. So literally, like if you see
we
all
don't
the
realize
cells,
that, do we?
if you see all the cells, think of the skin. When we scrub the skin, what are we doing? We are scrubbing off the dead cells.
That's true.
So the new cells can look younger and beautiful. And when the dead cells are there, how does the skin look?
Beautiful.
It looks dull with the dead cells.
Correct.
The skin looks dull and unscrubbed, right? So you scrub it off and then your skin glows. That's when you have a facial.
Yeah, that's the reason why I do a facial.
So facial is what? Removing the dead skin, so the new skin pops up.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's the same with every cell in the
It's
body.
giving the
every organ.
It's giving the new skin a chance.
Yeah, you literally have new organs every this period of time.
So if you're not happy with yourself, go back to the mirror.
Yeah,
folks.
so if you believe, you can get a new body in this period of time, and then you create a new programming, you create a new awareness. Like DNA is divine natural awareness. So
wait, did you make that up?
No, I heard it.
I love that. I love it. You know what? I hear stuff and tell stuff all the time because we're supposed to share thoughts and new learnings, right?
Yeah.
I love that. Say that again, though.
Divine natural awareness.
Divine natural awareness. That is our DNA.
Yeah. So when you know that you are always getting a new body, you are always getting new cells.
Right.
You can literally cure any disease. You can look younger, you can get younger, you can grow black hair, you can.
The human being was made to continue to live.
Because we don't believe. I have a video which is called Age is a Belief System. You should watch that video because I talk about this.
So it's not just a number.
Yeah. No, age is a belief system.
It's a
and
belief
if you can
system.
change that belief, remember what I said, like be careful of what you choose to believe, what you buy
Right.
into your belief system.
Right.
You see others aging, then you think you will also age. But if you change that programming, and if you say, I have new cells, I can put in a new programming
Right.
in my cells. So maybe you will still age, but you will not age as fast. You will not, things.
It's similar. I also have a video called the Why Not Mindset. And it's how you think.
Right.
So the very first thing that someone has to be able to do is develop a why not mindset.
Yeah.
Because it's a way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way of believing. And that turns into speech.
Right.
And speech, after a while, turns into thoughts. And those thoughts turn into intentions.
Yeah.
And those intentions is what goes from here to here.
Yeah.
And that is the process of having this new mindset.
Yeah.
And why not mindset for myself, as I share in the video, it doesn't happen right away.
Yeah.
Because we're not in the practice of
Right.
that. I think whatever you do every day, it becomes a practice. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a belief. Having a why not mindset has got to be a practice. You have to start by one, I believe you, saying these I am statements, but lacing that with believing it.
Yes, correct. There you got it
Okay.
perfectly. And that's what I said, like everything can be changed. We are not just these fixed physical bodies. Our bodies are constantly in motion. Every cell is moving, everything, our energy is interacting with everything. So when you know that, you can put in your own programming, because your programming is creating your body. So you can put in your own programming, and you can craft your own body.
That message needs to be shared much more often.
Yeah.
And I think if it is, that young people, young women particularly, I know there's boys who also face the same issues, need to hear that and would be released of these thoughts and beliefs that this is just who they are and they'll look like this forever.
Right.
Because you won't. I mean, I look back and I look pretty similar to how I was, years ago. But I also saw where I've changed. Well, thank you. I like to believe I didn't age. But anyway, with that being said,
that's
I hope
why
you guys...
I said it's gracefully, because you
That's
don't
true.
look. You don't look
Well, thank
your
you.
age at all.
So anyway, this was great. I hope you guys got something out of this. I certainly did. And tune in again, because we're going to come back and I think we got more to talk about.
Yeah.
We got more to
have
share.
So much. We can do some work together. I'm just thinking, in the future, like maybe when I come back here, we can do some projects together, some events together, some work together.
Not if, when.
We will.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
All right.